Great, hey, this is Ashphord Jacoway for HipHopGamer, and I am here with Auriea Harvey. Please introduce yourself, Auriea, and tell us a little bit about your video game.
Yeah, hi. I'm Auriea Harvey, and I'm half of Tale-of-Tales. We're a small video game development studio based in Ghent, Belgium, actually. And here at IndieCade, showing off our new iPad game. Actually, it's going to be on iPad, Ouya, Mac, and PC ultimately.
It's a love
called
story.
Luxuria Superbia. That's Latin, of course, for lust and pride, two of the deadly sins.
Nice. So what gave you the idea to create this game?
Well, we were doing a research project called Concentric. As you notice, the game is sort of based around these circles and circular objects, and you're constantly moving your hands in these circular motions and touching things. It was actually a project looking for intersections between spirituality, sex, and gaming, believe it or not.
And no, I like all those things.
Yes.
So,
so we were trying to, the game itself, Luxuria Superbia, goes from sort of imagery that's, I mean, it's always done in fun. It's kind of a cheeky, silly game on the one hand, but on the other hand, you play it and you sort of feel like at first it's very sensual and about the body, and then it's sort of, there's other levels as you go out into different circles that are more about the world, and suddenly there's the sky and there's the sea, and then as you get towards the later levels, you're out in space, and then the last level that you saw is like more about the ultimate like spirit, you know, and so it's just a big circle with the glowing at the end of the tunnel, and so that's, we consider that to be like, it's going from the sensual to the spiritual. And the whole thing is just based around, like, as you saw, those tunnels, but we call them flowers. Each one's a different color. And as you travel through the tunnel, you're invited to touch these very, like, beautiful-looking little buds, little colorful objects that are on the sides of the tunnel. And when you do, like, there's all these, like, fun explosions, little images that come up. And also, at the same time, the entire time, your iPad is talking to you and telling you that what you're doing is wonderful, or yeah, that it likes you or something. And so it's sort of like, in a way, personifying your iPad. I know it sounds a little strange, but it really does work. Like when you're playing with it, and like each flower ends up feeling different. Each one seems to have its own personality. It's kind of a funny concept that was sort of sprung out of our research project, but it's I mean, I don't know. We've gotten a lot of great feedback on the game here at IndieCade. So.
Great. I mean, when I was playing it, I noticed, I started blushing. I had a moment, I was like, oh, this is really, really sweet. And at the same time, like, well, yes, I'll touch you there. Okay, that's what you want. But I love the fact that the iPad is sort of talking to you, and it's such an instant sort of gratification, like you're doing something right now. And also I think a lot about like women in relationships and how they wish there was more of a yes and an asking, and like instead of having to always say no, you know, the iPad was like, yes, this is, I like this, and what you're doing is okay. And I like that sort of sense of validation. Do you ever think about that in the terms of actual relationships with men, women, or women and women in general?
I think it's really about, the game is about sort of joy and beauty, and also it's meant to be this sort of positive, yeah, I guess a positive relationship, even though it's like I guess it's to make, I haven't thought about it that way, I think, but it's people definitely kind of interpret it that way, you know, and I think it's not so important our reasons why we think it works the way it works, but we just put things out in the world and see how people react to them. Yeah. And we wanted to put something nice into the world and into people's lives, I think. So it's not, you know, a competition. It's not something you're supposed to do fast. In fact, you're rewarded for doing things slowly most of the time in the game, and like, and you sort of, subconsciously, you're not told what to do, but you're subconsciously, you get this kind of feel for what you're supposed to be doing in the game, and that's really nice. I think people get a great feeling from that, and that's what we want more than anything else. That's what we were thinking about more than anything else.
Lovely. I almost feel like every boy should play this game to understand how women work.
Actually, we had one of our taglines for this game we thought of was, ask your girlfriend how to play this game.
It's true.
And it does also seem to be, just from this testing it here at IndieCade, that women play it better than men anyway. I don't know. Maybe it's because, well, if we're a man and a woman developing the game, it was programmed by a man, but with an understanding of, and in a lot of ways, the tunnels, while a lot of people refer to it as female, I mean, there's a heavy male element in there. I mean, in a way, it's based on male sex more than it is female. I mean, it's weird. I mean, there's a certain, I think that because Michael and I work on the game and together, or we've discussed the game so much, that there's a lot of both male and female in this particular game, and so it can be interpreted any way you want. I mean, there's no intention on our part of male, female, whatever, you know. It's just about the joy of playing something and getting all this feedback in return.
Yeah, I like the feedback a lot, actually. I mean, I could go very deeply into this game, but like I enjoyed it.
It'll be out next month, so you know, in November. So I hope you do like try it again and play it all the way through, because I sort of like gave you the cheat codes and all that.
Cheat codes? I had it. I got it. Well, thank you so much for talking to us today. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about like yay, black female gamers, and like how we're unicorns.
I was like, you won't have any problem finding me over there.
I was looking around too. I'm like, nope, there it is. Figure this out. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we will continue on with IndieCade. Love you guys. Have a good one. Bye.